just got commissioned to paint this photo submitted by Lindsay, who says she loves the mountain scenery. As soon as you see this photo, you know exactly what to do. So you start by sketching the photo onto your canvas with some burnt sienna mixed with water, and you make sure to simplify the cluster of trees into something easier to paint. Then you mix your burnt sienna with ultramarine blue so that you can add these darker values, and now that you have this underpainting, you add an undertone because you prefer not to paint on a white canvas. So then you try to match the colors and values based on the reference. So you're blocking in the different areas of the painting, and when you block in the trees, you look at the reference and you notice that there's just two colors, a lighter green and a darker green. So you separate the trees into those two colors because you know that if you ever have an area that looks confusing to paint, you can just simplify it. Now you're blocking in the river just by adding a variety of green colors and values, and for these rocks you make sure that the lighter part of the rocks are overlapping the lighter parts of the rocks behind them. And you mix these rock colors using ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, and you actually use ultramarine blue and burnt sienna in all the mixtures for all the colors in this landscape because you know how important color harmony is. Up until this point you've been using acrylics, so now you switch over to oils to detail the painting for a more smooth look. You work in sections, adding simple colors and then details on top. And when you get to the pine trees, you switch to a round brush because you know that when you flick the brush to the side, you get these perfect impressions. And you remember from one of Jake's courses in his free landscape painters community that if you blend the ground colors with the tree shadows between trees, it will add depth. Then you added more rocks on the edge of the river because you know that if you paint these rocks in and then glaze the watercolors over them, you'll get the rocks to look like they're under the surface. Then you detailed the lighter green trees, and then you decided to create a shadow from the trees, making your focal point look lighter and like it's catching sunlight. And with that, you finally finished your commission. Make sure to join the Landscape Painters group for free courses and a supportive community.